Hello, 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 gorgeous people, iconic woman, the multi passionate woman, all the things. Welcome to this week's live stream. And this is the Multi Passionate Edge live stream where I am your host, Cheryl Pullins. And here is where we help multi passionate women rise to their greatness and turn their passions into riches. So, what are we talking about this week? 3 ways to monetize your personal brand, even while you're working a 9 to 5, but you're building your empire at the same time. So let's see. I usually start talking about my lipstick. I have on 3 different types of lipstick today. It's a mishmash. I don't really know, but what I did want to share with you, I like sharing my little tidbits, my recommendations, and I want to share this one with you. It's called the Precisely My Brow Pencil. It is by Benefit, and yeah, it's by Benefit, and this I love this baby right here. Keeps my eyebrows on point because they look crazy. But anyway, so let's get into this conversation about these 3 ways to monetize your personal brand, even while you're working your 9 to 5. So let me give you a little backstory. I have a story for everything. And you guys know, I took my braids out. That's why I got this wrap on because my hair is like, woo chow. So yeah, I got this wrap on, honey, and we'll deal with that later. But so let me give you a little backstory, which is really it's my story. Um, and I wanted to talk about this because I spend a lot of time talking about the mindset of money. I spent a lot of time talking about the mindset of money, and there are a lot of reasons behind why I do that. I won't get into them, but there are a lot of reasons why it's vital, it's important, and all those things. So there's that. But I wanted to talk about actually how to make some money. Just something that you literally can implement as soon as we're done. But you gotta stay and you gotta watch the whole thing. It's not gonna be really long, but I'm gonna give you these 3 ways that you can monetize your personal brand starting like today. And it's a matter of taking action. It's a matter of implementing. If you don't know what to do, you know where I am. You know how to reach out to me so we can hop on a call to see where you are, what you want to do, and if there's a way I can support you. All right. So, my little backstory is that I started my business, and you'll understand where I'm going. Business while I was still working my corporate job. I have 20 plus years as a corporate human resources professional. That was my profession. I started very early in my early 20s, and I worked that career for 20 plus years. And the funny thing about it is, I would always say I was going to retire at 46 or 47. It was one of those years, 46 or 47. One, I don't know where I got the number from, but that was the number I chose. And I had been saying it for years. Didn't know what I was going to do. Didn't know. The only thing I knew I wanted to do was travel, right? How I was going to make money? No clue. No clue at all. So, but while I'm working this corporate job, I started publishing a magazine. And I love magazines. I always have magazines around me. It's just because I love reading, and magazines are visual. So I love them. So I launched my own magazine. I had some reasons behind that in terms of just I had gone through a really bitter divorce, and I needed an outlet. I needed a way to share my voice and my creativity and something that I could put my energy into other than my job and my kids. So I started this magazine, and it's a lot of work, guys. I'm telling you, it's a lot of work. But it was called Live Magazine, Live in Victory Every Day, because for me, that's what my life was. I was I was living a life of confessing, living a victorious life, regardless of what I had gone through. And that was the inspiration and the motivation behind me launching the magazine. So I launched this magazine and publishing this magazine for 4 years while I was working my full-time job. 4 years publishing the magazine, all the things. There are a couple people that came alongside and helped me later on. But for the most part, I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning trying to get this magazine out, knowing I had to get up and go to work the next day. Well, then I published my first anthology. This was in 2009. I published my first anthology project. So I'm still playing around in the entrepreneurial waters, not realizing that I'm playing around in entrepreneurial waters. That's the truth. I just thought I was publishing a magazine, publishing an anthology, and that turned into me really creating a publishing company. So now I have this publishing company. And the following year, after the release of the first anthology, we moved to Florida. My husband's job, he has a great opportunity. One of his dreams, is presented. And so I'm like, when we leaving? Because we're living in Maryland at the time. So we moved to Florida. I get to Florida. It's during the recession. I'm trying to find a job, and I'm like, this is not working. I'm like, first of all, this pay scale is whack. and then I just couldn't find a job that was lighting me up at all. I couldn't find anything that I really was interested in. I had gone on interviews, and I literally remember walking out going, yeah, this is not it. I'm like, nah, I do not want to drive up to this place every day. I'm just being honest, guys. So I just wasn't excited about it. So one day, God and I had a good old conversation, and I said, God, I'm really not liking this job landscape here. I'm like, this is just not. And he's like, that's because that's not what I want you to do while you're there. So he reminds me of this plan. It really was like a sketch, an organizational chart that I had sketched out. And I sketched it out probably about 7 years prior. 7 years prior. I'm telling you, don't sleep on your little cryptic notes, okay? Don't sleep on them. 7 years prior, I had mapped out this organizational chart, and I had all these. I had the parent company, I had the sub brands, I had all the things, and what each one, I had it all laid out. I had no idea where the piece of paper was. So he said, take out another piece of paper and redraw it. Okay, let's go. So I'm looking at it going, okay, now what? And so I said, so I'm supposed to tell my husband that I don't want to look for a job anymore, that we're doing this? He's like, absolutely. I'm like, but what? How? He's like, no. He's mine. I got him. I'll talk to him, to his heart. You just have a conversation with him. So I'm like, okay, fine. So my husband comes home. We have a conversation. He's like, yeah, go for it. And I'm like, wait, what? This is how this works? I'm like, this is how this works. Okay, God, you said go. He said go for it. He's like, yes, I told you. I'll handle him. So I mean, we were a two income household. It was just the two of us, but we're still 2-income household. And now I'm showing up going, yeah, by the way, yeah, I want to do this thing over here. And but my husband, he did say, he was like, go for it. He's like, I got this. He's like, I got this. And I was like, all right. That was 13 years ago. And but it was a windy road. So I started as a life coach. So I got certified as a life coach first. That was the first thing I did, because I'm trying to figure this thing out, trying to figure it out. And if you're in the space of trying to figure it out, it's okay. All right, it's okay. This is a windy road. This is imperfect action. This is all the things, because I did them all. Okay. Started as a life coach. Then I was like, okay, well, I don't think I want to do life coaching all day. That was just my mindset back then. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So I had this certification, but I was a certified life coach. And then I said, I learned so much about starting a business. Now I'm corporate. I have a corporate career. I don't know nothing about birthing no businesses. I don't know nothing about starting a business. I don't know nothing. Because remember, I said my business publishing company, it was like I wasn't running it as a business. I was just doing it because it was something that I was passionate about. And so I spent like a good year or so. I'm immersed in learning about business and all the things about marketing and sales and all this stuff. And I'm like, whoo, this is too much, y'all. But I learned a lot. And I said, there has to be other women that are coming from the corporate space that are stepping into the entrepreneurial space or the business space and don't have a clue about what to do, like me. So I was like, let me mentor them. So then I created the Woman Entrepreneurs Mentor. That was the brand that I created back then. And I did that. I did that for quite some time. It was actually pretty good. The only problem is I didn't know how to price myself and what I offered. And that's a whole nother story. But anyway, so then I said, okay, so this is real. I'm like, okay, this is real. This is really like a business. So I'm gonna do some branding. So I paid attention to a couple people that I discovered that were talking about branding. They were in the branding space, and I really liked what they had done with their own brand and their own journey and how they leveraged their personal brand. It was more about the personal brand than the business brand. And I spent a good year going through this process with actually two different coaches because I just liked their the way they showed up. I liked their content. They really resonated with me. All the things, all the things. And so I spent about a year really developing and honing in on my personal brand and who I really wanted to be and what I wanted to be known for. And then that's when the whole idea of being iconic came into being. I've been talking about being iconic for 10 years. I know it's become a thing and a fad now, but it's really what I hang my hat on. It's really what I stand on in terms of the idea or the concept that we all have the capacity to be iconic. And that's what it's really about. So, in doing all of that, it's been a journey of how do you make money? How do you make money with this personal branding thing? And how do you do this? And over the years, there are several specific ways that I know you can generate income. You can monetize your personal brand even while working your 9 to 5 and you're building your empire at the same time, because what you're working on is an exit plan. You're working on an exit strategy. And a lot of the hold on, let me pull up the comments because I don't have the comments. Oh, here we go. Whew, thank you. Hello, everybody. Hello to all the gorgeous people. Um, so these three ways I know you can implement. So let's get into these three ways. Okay, let's get into these three ways because that's what you came for, right? In the meantime, make sure you go to iconicwomanclub.com, get your name on that list, become a part of our community, and all that fancy stuff. So, all right, the first thing or the first way you can monetize your personal brand. First of all, you're monetizing your expertise. You're monetizing your expertise, your knowledge, your skills. All you can bring all of that to any of these ways. And the first way is consulting and coaching. Consulting and coaching. Listen, yeah, I know. But I don't want to be no coach. Coaching the coaches are stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. If you are walking in integrity and you are being authentic to who you are, it doesn't matter what other people have done to the name of coaching. Okay, because there's still going to be people out there that are going to make the investment in working with a coach. We know for sure there are some shady doctors in the world, right? We know that. Are people still not going to the doctor? Even if you are you're leaning more towards something more holistic, you're still going to see a professional that has degrees in knowing how to treat people for certain things. So don't let this idea of, coaching having a bad name. Listen, honey, if you want to step into the coaching space, find out what you need to do and do it. It's definitely a way that you can generate income outside of your 9 to 5. And let me show you how. I'm going to show you how you can do this. I want to show you how you can do it. I want to make it really real. I don't just want to make it like, oh yeah, here, just become a coach and that's fine. No, let me show you what you can do and how you can offer it. So, mind you, I'm shaping this from the perspective of you're still working a 9 to 5, and you're building something, you're building your empire at the same time. This is not exclusive to women that are working 9 to 5. If you're not working 9 to 5, you can implement this strategy easily. Okay. And what is it? Offer VIP days on the weekend. You're working 9 to 5. So if you're working 9 to 5, right? I get it. Your job could be it could be a whole bunch of things. You can offer one VIP day for 10 grand. You can offer 2 VIP days a month for that 5,000 each. You can offer 3 VIP days on the weekend, 3 times a month for 3,500. You can find a price point that fits, right? 3,500, 5,000, 10,000, and trust me, we could go a whole lot higher, right? Depending on your expertise and what you're bringing to the table, the return on value. The return on value. People talk about return on investment. I like return on value because there's a return. There could be a huge return on the value that you bring, right, to a person's life. So you can literally offer a 6 to 8 hour VIP day once a month for 10 grand. That's an extra $120,000 a year, one time a month. Let's expand. Okay. This is also an exercise in expanding your capacity to charge premium. Okay. And it might be that for you, it might be that you start at 3,500 and work your way to 10. Okay. So you can offer a VIP day on the weekend. If you have the type of job that you could take off once a month, maybe you use that day to work with your client for a day and make a smooth 10 grand. Okay. All right. So that's the first way. And of course, there are things that you have to do, that you have to have in place. It's not rocket science, but there are things you have to do, in particular as it relates to leveraging your personal brands. You want to have your foundations in place. You want to have your messaging, your mission. You want to have your core values. You want to have your content. What do you want to be known for? There's certain things that you want to have answers to. So when people look at you, they're like, yep, she has what I need. I need to work with her. How much does it cost? Let me find the money. And people will do it. They'll do it. All right. The second way you can monetize while you're working your 9 to 5, and you can leverage your personal brand in this way, is create an on-demand online course. On-demand online course. This method by itself, this method by itself, you could generate 10 grand a month. You really could. Again, you still have to have certain structures and systems in place. Okay. Yes, but the the possibility lies within being able to generate 10 grand a month on demand. And let me simplify it for you. You get 10 enrollments for 1,000 each. You get 10 people to enroll in your on demand course at $1,000 a pop. That's 10 grand a month. That's $120,000 a year. It doesn't have to be complicated because it's not complicated. We complicate it because of what goes on up here. That's why we complicate it. We make it seem like it's some far away, like, oh my God. No, it is possible. It is doable. Again, you just have to have the right structures, systems, and strategy in place. Structure, system, strategies. That's going to be with all of these: structure, systems, and strategies. Okay. So you can create an on demand online course. Take what you know, put it in a course. You can offer it on demand. That means people can come, go through, and buy the course, take the course. That you don't you don't have to get on calls. You don't have to do anything other than have structure, systems, and strategies in place. Okay. All right. So the third one, this is the last one. I want to pop in here and see if you guys are commenting. See you guys are commenting. Yay, yay, yay. Hey, Latanya Graham, how are you? Good to see you. Latanya says, I need that eyebrow pencil. Awesome, awesome sauce. Thank you for watching. We're talking about the ways you can monetize your personal brand, even while you're working your 9 to 5 and building an empire at the same time. So the third way that you can monetize your personal brand, and this is actually, if I had to rank my favorites, this would be probably my maybe my number two, one or two favorite out of the three, and that's hosting destination retreats. That's hosting destination retreats. Now, here's something I discovered yesterday while I was working with one of my clients and we were having conversations. And I'm always very transparent with my clients in terms of where I am, what's going on with me, and all those different things. And one of the things I discovered is that most of the clients that I work, most of these multifaceted women that I work with, most of them are 9 to 5ers, meaning, or they have corporate careers that they're actively working still. They're building their empire on the at the same time. Right. So they're corporate professionals, active corporate professionals, building their working the 9 to 5, right? Building in their empire at the same time. And they're looking to create an exit strategy. Those are like the top 3 things that, or the top 3 characteristics, if you will, of the type of women that come to me. And the fourth one would be that they're multifaceted. Those are like the 4 things. They're multifaceted, they're active corporate professionals, they're building their empire on the side. What was the fourth one? I don't remember. Somebody remind me of the fourth one because I just went blank on it. But those are the characteristics. Oh, exit strategy. They're looking to create an exit strategy. Okay. Those 4 things. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Because now I can literally, with all the women I've worked with over the years, I found the thread. Y'all, it took me a minute. But anyway, I found the thread. And those are the 4 things that repeatedly show up. At least 3 of them for sure. Or they had a corporate career and they've left or whatever, and now they want to step into something else. Like for me, I did it because I moved, right? So I had the opportunity, it presented itself. Okay, so the other thing I realized is they love travel. They love to travel. My people love to travel. So as a result of that, they love the idea of hosting destination retreats. Yeah, because it allows them to do what they love to do. It allows them to serve in a way they desire to serve. And it allows them to have the freedom that they desire. So instead of being on a phone calls every week for 3 days in a row, Tuesday through Thursday, they're doing client calls from 10 to 2. Instead of that, they want to create these transformational containers that are very experiential, that takes people to these fabulous destinations for retreats and immersive experiences. This has been at the top of my list for a very long time to implement. It has. So some of this I'm talking to myself. Okay. So hosting a destination retreat, this method can create a six-figure income stream by you only hosting 4 times a year. You can host a quarterly destination retreat 4 times a year and still make 6 figures. Again, strategy, systems, structure. Okay. And then you're leveraging your personal brand. You've created a personal brand that you can leverage, so that the fact that you're hosting a destination retreat, people want to be in the room with you. They want to be in what I call proximity. There is power in proximity, which is why I love VIP days in person in particular. I love VIP days, and I love the idea of destination retreats, because there is so much transformational power in being in proximity. And we're all gathered in the same place. And we're pinging off the energy that's been created in that space. It's really, really powerful. It's very experiential. So you can host a destination retreat, and it can be a premium offer. It can be a signature, what I like to call a signature premium offer. And what do you mean, Cheryl, by signature premium offer? I'm saying that you could be known for hosting high-end destination retreats where people are coming to a place somewhere in the world that's very in line with your core values. I've been working on a destination immersive experience since before the pandemic, and it's like I haven't been able to recover. I haven't even been able to recover trying to redo this experience, because every time we redo it, we go, oh, wait a minute, oh, okay, because we had it all mapped out and planned out. Then the pandemic happened, and then we came back to the table, and I had to work through my own mind trash over it as well, because of the price point. So that we lost another year, literally another year. And then when I finally came back to the table and we had it all planned, it's like, oh wait, the Olympics are happening in Paris in 2024, during the time period we wanted to go. So it was like, and it's really important for me to host the first one in Paris, France, because it is energetically aligned with my brand. Of course, I could find somewhere else, but I don't want to. So hosting these destination retreats, You get to do them the way you want to do them. I'm more heavy on the experience part of it than the kind of retreat part of it, if you will. I don't want to take women to Paris and then sit in a conference room for 3 days. We're not doing that. I want it to be memorable. I want it to be experiential. I want it to be something that if they never step foot in Paris, France again, they will have had the ultimate experience. And that's how I look at it. So anyway, I'm on a tangent. Anyway, so these are the three ways that you can monetize your personal brand while working a 9 to 5 and building your own empire. And what are those three ways? You can do consulting and coaching services. And the way I recommend it was offer VIP days on the weekend. Number two, you can create an on-demand online course, right? That can generate you at least 10 grand a month. It really can. It can. Or hosting. It doesn't have to be or, it could be and. I learned some years ago to take a stand for the and hosting destination retreats. And this method can create a 6-figure income if you only do 4 retreats per year, once a quarter. Now, of course, like I said, you need strategy, you need systems, you need structures in place. You need to be very clear about your personal brand, who you are, what you want to be known for, what you want to put out into the world, your messaging, who it's for. That's where I come in. That's where I come in to help you in with the structure, the strategy, and then, you know, the systems, how is mapping out the system of how it works, and then you take it and implement it. And there are your 3 ways. Let's see. I'm in the comments. I am in the comments. Boom, boom, boom. Hello, gorgeous. Hello. Tanya Graham. Tanya says, I need that eyebrow pencil. Yes, Tanya, it is. Look at it. It's really good. Hello, Anika. How are you? Good to see you, my dear. Hello, Beverly. Good to see you, Queen. Thank you so much, Tanya. I love Tanya is always on point. Welcome to today's topic. Thank you. And there is join the Iconic Woman Club for more juice. Yes. I love this. Tanya says people find money for what they want. And this is what I know for sure, 100%. I talked about this somewhere now. I can't even remember where. I talked about people find. When I did a post about the Beyonce concert. I ain't no shade to Beyonce at all, right? But people find money for what they value, and people valued having that experience with her. They value 100%, right? So they made the investment. And so it's like, what do you have that you can offer that people are going to do whatever they need to do? They'll be like, wait, I got to find the money for this. Let me figure out how I'm going to pay for it. Right. So yes, you're set spot on. Good morning, Deneen. Good morning. Welcome. I know you're on the West Coast, so I know that. Let's go. Good morning. So if you have any questions about anything that I shared, so tell me in the comments of all the things I shared, the 3 ways I shared, which one are you going to implement? Which one are you going to focus on? Listen, don't try to focus on all of them. Pick one. And which one are you going to pick? Which one are you going to implement? Tell me in the comments, whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay. I would like to know which one. You need them again. Coaching and consulting by implementing a VIP day, creating an on-demand online course that people can sign up for and work through on their own as a self-study, or hosting a destination retreat. Which one? And here's the deal. This is, you're not married to any of it. Even if you say, you know what, I'm going to start with number 1, and you go and you figure out what you need to do. And you're like, wait a minute, that might not be, my way forward at the moment. Maybe I'll try this instead. Right. So you definitely can change your mind. You're not married to it, but I think the first action of taking a step forward is saying, you know what, I am going to um, work toward. I'm going to work on implementing this. Awesome. Latanya said number 2, creating an on-demand course. Amazing. Amazing. I love that. I love it. 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 So Denise says, of course. Fantastic. Fantastic. So now that you've said, okay, I want to create a course, and I love that both of you said course. I'm going to create a course. So now it's like, okay, what do I have to do to create the course? Right? What are the things that I need to do? So that is your next step, is to figure out or to find out what are those things you need to do. If you need to hop on a call with me to figure out what that looks like, please let me know in the comments or send me a message so we can hop on a call, because basically we're going to get on a call and I want to show you how you can generate $10,000 by creating a month, by creating your own course, but what needs to be in place in order to make that happen. So, okay. Number two. Okay. Awesome. Well, as always, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure and my honor to serve you in this way. Thank you for joining us live. Latanya said, right. She says, right now, what? Yes, please. A call would be great. Awesome. Awesome, Denise. We can make that happen. And Tanya says, right now, what? Exactly. Now, what? So, of course, because our mind automatically goes to the how. So here's an assignment. Let me give you this assignment. I want to give you this assignment because I don't want you to jump into the how. I want you to create the vision. I want you to create the vision. I want you to give yourself something that you can connect with emotionally, that's going to motivate you to create this course. Yes, Tanya says we can get stuck in the how, and that's why I don't want you to jump into the how. Now, we could get on a call or whatever, but today's assignment for you is for you to write the vision about what that looks like. Write the vision. Deneen, Latanya, anybody who's picked one of those 3, what does it look like? What does it feel like? What's the experience going to be? How much money do you want to make? Why do you even want to make the money? I mean, like, really, really lay that out. Just go in your heart and just go, you know what? Why do I even want to create a course? What's my reason for that? What's my why? Your why could be that you want to generate income so you can support your family, so you can buy a home, so you could take vacations whenever you want to, so you can be a philanthropist, whatever. Write the vision about why you want to create what you want to create to generate the income, be it the course, be it the VIP day, be it the hosting the destination retreats, whatever offer you want to create. Write the vision for why you want to create it. Start there. Don't jump into the how. Drop into your heart about it, because that is going to help motivate you to move forward. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. If you missed it, you just joined us and you missed it, please go back, watch the replay so you can find out the three ways that you can monetize your personal brand while working a 9-to-5 and building your empire at the same time. I gave you some juicy stuff. I gave you 3 ways that you could generate 6 figures in your business with a bit more ease, a bit more ease. All right. Hello, Teresa. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Teresa joined us. Thank you, Teresa. And Teresa was one of those women very early on that worked with me. She was in her corporate career. She was doing her career, and she came and said that she wanted to create an exit strategy. So I'm telling you, when I tell you that the women that come to me are they're that type of woman. I mean, and then I look in the mirror at myself and go, she is me. She is me, corporate professional, stepping into the entrepreneurial space. Now, I didn't have the benefit of creating an exit, an exit plan. God created my exit plan for me because he knew me, because he'd be like, this girl ain't going nowhere. Right? But consistently, the women that I've worked with over the years, consistently, they are, I said, and you can go back and listen, I said they're multifaceted women. They are, they are women who are corporate professionals. They're women that are building something at the same time, building their empire at the same time, and they are looking to create an exit strategy, be it 1 year, be it 5 years, be it 10 years. So those are my people. All right. Yeah, Cheryl says, yes, exit strategy. Yes, exit strategy. Absolutely 100%. But you have to have a strategy to replace that income. Listen, don't let people talk you out of leaving your job before you need to leave your job. All right. Let me let me say that. Don't let people talk you into, don't let people bully you and make you feel bad about having a job. Because I've been saying for years, you use the money, the income from your job to fund the vision. Use the income that you generate from your job to fund the vision. Don't focus so much on this idea of, oh, I gotta leave my job, I gotta leave my job, I gotta leave my job. Then you leave your job and you struggle because you can't pay your bills because somebody convinced you that you needed to leave your job. Create a plan and a strategy if you want to leave your job. Replace that income. Replace that income. I'm giving you the keys to replace your income. You can use one thing that will probably replace your income. One thing. Every idea, every strategy I gave you, or every offer I gave you is six-figure potential. Easy. But do not let people bully you into leaving your job. You want to you want to um you want to step into the entrepreneurial space and do what it is you've been called to do it in that way. Be strategic about it. Let God direct your path. Implement, show up, do what it is you need to do in such a consistent way. Thank you, Cheryl, for that word. Thank you. I didn't even see it. I just saw it. Consistency. You want to create consistency in your showing up, in your marketing, in your sales, in your income generation. You want to have that consistency. I really didn't mean to go down that path. But I know that happens, and I know people get caught up and they get hyped about this. I listen, let me tell you something. Entrepreneurship ain't easy. It's not. I don't care what anybody says. It's not easy. You do more work of building your own than you would ever do working for somebody else. Because on the outside, it looks fun, it looks glamorous. Oh, I'm on the beach. I'm working from the beach. Yeah, okay. That's cute. That's cute. What about the days you're not working from the beach? What's going on then? What about the days where you are, sitting and crying and having a meltdown because the sales aren't coming in? You're not hitting your goals. What about the mindset work that you have to do in order to sit on the beach and make money while you're sitting on the beach? Nobody talks about the mindset that goes with that. Nobody talks about your own mental crap that you gotta walk through or wade through in order to get to where you want to go. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about your own discovering your own self-worth in a way that you can price your services and your offers in a way that honors you and the value that you bring. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about the fact that when you start off, you think you got to charge less because you're just started, but you're bringing 30, 25 years of experience and knowledge and expertise with you. You don't leave it. You're bringing that with you. You're leveraging that. Don't let nobody tell you gotta start off charging low because don't nobody know you. The way they gonna get to know you is the fact that you're gonna charge $5,000 for your VIP day. That's how they're gonna get to know you, right? Because you're bringing a wealth of knowledge and expertise and experience. You're bringing every part of who you are. You're bringing all of who God called you to be to the table. And don't you dare, anybody under the sound of my voice, don't you dare devalue that just because nobody knows you. I was not trying to go down that path today. I was not trying to go down that path today. I really wasn't. But here's the thing. Here is the thing. Somebody has to say it to you. And if I'm raising my hand to be the person that God has selected to carry the message that I carry, then I have to bring it all. I have to bring the the gorgeous, elegant, iconic stuff, but I got to bring the real stuff too. And for so many, it's difficult to see that you have the capacity to be iconic when you're still trying to figure out how you're gonna pay your bills. But it's because you have to develop your mindset. You have to develop your mindset about money. You have to develop your mindset about who you really are, who you were created to be, what you've been called to do. You have to develop your mindset about how much you can charge. Who said you can't charge X amount of dollars for something? Listen, I saw something the other day, and then I'll close on that. I saw something the other day that while I knew it existed, I had not seen it before. I knew it existed, but I had not actually seen it before. Not in this way. I've seen people with $100,000 offers. I've seen them. I've seen $100,000 offers where people are saying, if you want to work with me for a year or 6 months or whatever, it's 100 grand. I've seen that. That don't move me. But baby, I saw a offer for 1 day VIP. 1 day. Now, I gave y'all some I wait. I gave y'all some little numbers, right? If you didn't get them, please go back and watch the replay. 1 day, 6 to 8 hours, 95 grand. Think about the amount of work you have to do to be able to embody a $95,000 VIP day. Think about it. That don't just happen. You got to understand. And listen, don't come on here. Don't come and tell me what? 95? No, we don't do that here. We celebrate and honor the fact that somebody has the capacity to be that iconic, to be that self assured, to be that clear about their self worth, to price and offer at that level. And me seeing that expanded my capacity for what's possible. It did. It expanded my capacity. I'm like, oh, okay. I see. I see. We got some work to do. Okay, I see. I see. Now, it don't mean I'm gonna jump out here and offer a $95,000 VIP day, because I'm not. But I do have the capacity to see what's possible. And in seeing that, because she had the courage to step into her value and what she brings, her doing that allowed me to see what's possible, me to expand my own capacity for what's possible. I thought I was doing something when I offered a five. Now I have a 5-figure offer, and I thought, oh, oh yeah, okay. But 6-figure, you're playing at a whole different ball game. But playing in that ball game, that different ball game, requires a whole different set of skill and ability. You don't play Pop Warner, or you don't play high school football the way you play Pop Warner. You don't play college ball the way you play varsity football or whatever. Even within college, they have different divisions, right? You don't play the NFL the same way you play college ball. Every level requires something different of you. A different way of thinking, a different way of believing, a different way of being, a different way of showing up. And if you're going to get to the place where you're saying, you know what, it costs $30,000 to work with me for a day, and you walk in it with confidence and assurity, and you know that your people are going to get results, that return on value, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible to charge those amounts of money and walk in full integrity over it. It's possible. I don't care what you've heard. I don't care what people be talking about on social media experiences. Everybody ain't scamming and shystering. Is shystering a word? Is shystering a word? I don't know. Everybody's not scamming. Some people really walk their talk. Some people know their stuff. They know their stuff. But some of you have to learn how to value what it is you bring to the table. You have to learn to look and go, you know what? I am dope. I don't even use that word that often. I am dope. I know what I'm doing. I can get results. You just got to believe in yourself. Because until you do, people aren't going to believe in you and your ability. You could say you charge 10 grand all day long. Nobody's going to pay it because you don't even believe it. And they don't believe you. All right. So there it is. There it is. There it is. That's what we have for you today. I thank you so much for watching live the replay. I appreciate you being in this community. Go to iconicwomenclub.com, become a part of the email community, because I want you to see what's possible. I want you to explore the possibilities. I want you to rise to your greatness and turn your passions into riches. I'll see you next time.